I am on a road trip right now, about 3.5, 4 hours away from Sparks, in, I don't know, not Winnemucca, but like past Winnemucca. So I'm in Winnemucca now at the Tesla charging station, and we're just charging the car so that I can go there and get back here and make it home in time. So I brought this camera knowing that I have a little bit of downtime as I sat here. I want to talk to you guys a little bit about paying for styled shoots. And this is, I feel a little passionate about this right now because weirdly enough, yesterday I went on social media just to kind of check, and a couple of Facebook groups that I follow locally who after this actually unfollowed had a couple posts about, hey, if you want to come to this location and pay this amount and shoot these people, we're more than welcome to have you. And at first I looked at it, I was like, oh, that's kind of cool. They're doing like an education workshop. I want Reno to start having more of that. Also, the person was in Texas and they were going to Florida and they were going to Arizona. So they were targeting like, you know, Nevada, California and all that stuff to try to make things happen. And then I looked at it more and I got pissed. I got mad because they're basically scamming photographers. So I want to talk to you guys about that now and then some alternatives to help you out as well. What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. This is Jeramie with Jeramie Photography. Thank you so much for tuning in. Guys, if you're new, please consider subscribing. The video helps you anyway, give it a thumbs up and then click that bell for notifications. It'll tell you every time I come on. So guys, yeah, basically, here's what's going on. Here's how the world is working right now. Here's what's making me mad as a professional photographer, as a photographer who pays for education, as a photographer who even educates. A bulk of my money is not made from educating, right? I do these YouTube videos, I do mentorship, I do workshops, but I'm not a big charger for that. That's not where my business comes from. But what I'm seeing now is this. I saw 3 posts yesterday, and basically what's happening is that people that are not really photographers or not even like real, I mean, I guess they're entrepreneurs, but people that don't really understand our business are trying to create what we call styled shoots. And a styled shoot is basically where everything's set up for you, right? Everything's set up for you. Hair, makeup, models, location. I mean, it's a glamorous, it's like places that you look in magazines, you're like, I wish I could shoot there. That's completely set up. You pay $500, $600, $700, $1,000 to be part of this. And theoretically, you get your time with the couple, the location, everything to create your portfolio. On top of that, you get education as well. How do you shoot this? How would you like this? Sometimes it's hair and makeup that's doing it. Sometimes it's the fashion, it's the clothing that's doing it, and you're part of this group, so you get some sort of benefit out of it. Well, when I saw that yesterday, I was like, oh, cool, we're doing this. But then looking at it, the post was simple. Hey, come to Arizona, pay $350, go to the top of this mountain. We have a couple, shoot them. You get 2 hours to shoot them along with 6 other photographers, and then you leave. And so I asked the question, I'm like, what kind of education are you guys doing with this? Do we get time with the photographers, or do we get time with the models? So if you imagine shooting the models, a couple, you're paying $350, you get 2 hours, and you're fighting with other photographers on getting that model shot because everybody wants their time and you can't blame them for that. It becomes scammy. But the scammy part that really got to me is when I started asking these questions, I was the bad guy for asking these questions. And then in turn, they were like, well, if you don't understand photography, you don't understand these things. I never mentioned who I was or anything. It's a photography group. They can definitely click my name, find out that I'm a photographer. But they basically went on a rant on how I am not a professional photographer, how I don't understand the business. And then I went to their page and, you know, 200, 300 likes on their photography page. And then the other one was a model trying to do this and make extra money. And I get it. They're trying to make extra money, but they're scamming photographers. And it's really, 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 really sad. So don't do that, guys. Don't do that. Your money can go so much far. With $350 to $500, you can hire a model couple of your dreams. You can rent a car, go to an amazing location with them, get clothing, buy lunch for everybody, and have a great experience for yourself. But also you can take that $500 and go to an actual workshop where you're going to learn all these things that you need to learn. There's workshops happening everywhere. Even following somebody that you know that is an amazing photographer, that you see their work all the time, that you love them, and then being able to be like, hey, can I do a one-on-one mentorship with you for like $250, $200, whatever you charge, right? You're not going to say the number, but like, that's what you can do with that money. So alternatives, guys, there's so many ways that you can build your portfolio. There's so many ways that you can do this for free, and basically involves what I kind of just said, finding models, finding friends of yours that are married, that maybe you think are pretty or good looking couple, or just fun people that you know, to go to locations and just shoot, to go anywhere and just shoot. As photographers, we're allowed to just shoot wherever we want and do what we want. So you can do this without having to pay for it. But then on the other hand, like we talked about workshops, you can pay for those workshops in order to go in and actually learn something and actually pull something from there. And that education is invaluable. But as long as you're doing it from somebody that knows what they're talking about, if somebody's in the business less than 5 years and they're teaching a workshop, I would bail on that. I would bail on that completely. Get somebody that's been doing it a while, get somebody that's amazing at what they do, and get somebody that's going to teach you something. So if your skill set maybe not be the editing part, then why don't you focus on something that will help you with the editing part? If something's the shooting part or the posing part, that's where you spend your money. But please stop wasting your time and money with people that are trying to scam you out of your money. And if you do see a shoot like this, where you can get with a couple for 2 hours at a location somewhere where you have to drive yourself, they're not providing food or lodging or anything, $50 to $100 is probably what I would spend on that, the max. Hope you guys are doing well. Talk to you guys later.